Hey y'all, so just a little something on the women that always seem to look put together. Half the time they're tired, behind on sleep, overstimulated, running on caffeine, determination, and a prayer. But somehow they still looking polished. You know, hair decent, clothes intentional, presence calm. Meanwhile, half of us leave the house and feel like we look like life just happened to us. Can I get an amen or a like at least? But here's the truth that most people don't realize. Looking put together has very little to do with energy. It has everything to do with the system. Small habits that keep things together even when you're tired. And today I'm sharing the 7 habits that keep me looking put together and polished even when I'm exhausted, which is a lot of the time. And I might not be exhausted, I might just not be in the mood. A few of these might make you say, okay, I never thought about it like that. One of my favorite philosophies is something that I've said for years. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, little grasshopper, because life moves fast. You might run into someone important. You might have to jump on the Zoom. You might end up in somebody's photo. And you know people love using the photo where they look cute, but ain't looked at nobody else in the picture. Stay ready. And when you have systems in place, you're never starting from zero. If you're new here, hey family, I'm Dr. Nina, a licensed psychologist, professor, wife, mama, and someone who spent decades studying behavior. And before that, just people watching because I'm nosy, including my own, watching my own behavior. I lost over 100 pounds in my early 20s. I've navigated hormonal shifts, hidradenitis, career life, giving birth, motherhood, all of the things. So when I talk about systems that make life easier, I'm not over here talking about bubblegum and cotton candy. Trust me, this comes from real life. Google me. I'm joking, but you can. But if you're a part of the I'm focused but tired Nina crew, drop this in the comments for me. You know we got to help that good old algorithm out. Put together but tired. And if you have nothing else to say, go ahead and let me know what videos you would like to see in the future. Because this tells me I'm talking to my people and it helps the algorithm to stop playing games with us. Now let's get into it.
Dr. Nina, the girl next door, beautiful brown baby doll.
Habit 1, the 3-zone rule that tricks the eye. Here's something a lot of people don't realize. When someone looks polished, people are not actually scanning their whole body. Your brain scans just a few key zones. The hairline, the brows, the hands, the neckline, the teeth. That's really it. If those areas seem to look maintained, your brain assumes that everything else is too, even if it's not. Now let's be honest for a second. Sometimes the thing ruining the illusion is something very tiny. For me, it's been a gray hair in the brows. For some, it can be the rogue chin hair or some other hairs, the dry cuticles or the dry hands, the ones that look like you done busted through bricks, or even the chipped nail. Oh, the deodorant mark on the neckline, the little things. But those little ones are the things that people's brains actually catch first. So instead of trying to maintain everything all the time, I focus on keeping those zones tidy. That might mean a quick brow cleanup. And baby, I am not against picking up a Just for Men box and getting them together, getting them right and tight. A little wax and a little cleanup. My amazing nail tech also happens to do my brows as well. A little wax and a little cleanup never hurt nobody. If it's just one nail, file it. Smooth the hairline the way that looks great for you. Add a little lip balm. And if you're like me, I've gotten a little lazy with the lips over the years. I know I love a good lip color, but I also love those peelable lip liners. They are amazing. Yes, I love Sachu, but I've also found a brand on Amazon. I'll link it down below. Comes 3 in a pack for $14, baby. Had them lips lined right and tight. And also, don't be afraid to use a lint roller or one of those lint removers. I like the electronic ones. I got one by Conair. I got another one, and I just take it over my outfits so that I don't have the bally balls everywhere. Because when those zones are good, your whole appearance reads intentional. And I learned this first when I was in undergrad and college. And I remember one time somebody walked up to me and said, "You always look dressed up." I literally pointed out my flaws in front of them, and they told me to never do that again. I literally told them, look, I got on jogging pants, a nice shirt, yes, okay, and I would wear my jewelry and do all that. And also I was always doing a lot of self-care and hygiene, but they had never even made it down to the jogging pants and the tennis shoes. Of course those were clean, but I didn't really consider myself put together that much. I wasn't wearing heels and slacks and things like that, but I looked nice, clean, and neat. So I guess looking from here to here and seeing that I was without wrinkles, I kept myself together, even though it wasn't a top-notch outfit or even name brand, I just looked put together. And so that taught me a lot about what zones really matter. So I've done the field work. Habit 2, the 2-minute maintenance habit. Polished women do something that a lot of people just don't. They fix small things immediately instead of letting them pile up. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. But I call this the 2-minute maintenance. Tiny grooming maintenance that takes very little time, but keep things from turning into chaos. An example. Not being ashamed of a chin hair, but picking it when you see it if you don't like them. Not pretending it's not there. filing the nail when it breaks instead of waiting for your manicure day, lint rolling before leaving the house, running a little iron over your clothes if you need to, or steaming. Wipe those deodorant marks off your shirt, a quick brow trim, or even brow wax. I use the one by NYX. It's amazing. Tiny maintenance moments, because here's the truth. Most people don't look disheveled because of big stuff. They look disheveled because of small neglect that's stacked up. 2 minutes a day saves you 10 minutes of saving things later. Habit 3 is the lazy polish wardrobe. And I love a good lazy. Some clothes require effort. Some clothes require too much effort. Some clothes do the work for you. And if you want to look put together even when you're tired, your wardrobe has to be built around pieces that automatically look intentional. I call this the lazy polish wardrobe. Now for me, that means sticking with silhouettes and colors that I already know work for me. And also for my body type. Not the one I had 20 years ago. Okay, not the one I had in my dreams. Not the one I've never had. The one I have now. So for me, I reach for things like jeans or even fitted jeggings that hold their shape, off-shoulder or open neckline tops. Case in point, I like stuff that highlights the collarbone. Jackets or tops that give a little curve at the waist, a little curve action. And pieces and colors that accent my skin tones. I like bright tones. I also like muted tones. However, they have to be played up right. Because when the fit and the color are already flattering, sis, you don't even have to think so hard about the rest. So sometimes it's literally jeans, a fitted top, a jacket, and a good neckline. And look, that's even as a professor and a clinician. That can either be dressed up or dressed down, baby. And when I do this, suddenly the outfit looks intentional. That's the trick. You're not constantly reinventing your wardrobe. In fact, y'all know I like to save the coins, okay? You're repeating the silhouettes that always work for you. Because when your clothes cooperate, you can be tired, busy, or running late and still walk out of the door looking like you planned the whole thing. Nothing was by accident. And listen, we're not trying to impress the internet every morning. We just want to look like we have some sense and have our lives together, even when it's not sometimes. Habit 4, your invisible signature, your scent identity. This is something that people massively underestimate. How you smell is a part of how polished you appear. And I ain't just talking about perfume. Y'all know I love a good hygiene moment. Your scent profile actually comes from a number of things. Your body products, your hair products, your laundry, your closet. And if it smells like corn chips and Takis, that's what you gonna smell like, okay? But when all those things work together, that's when you smell intentional. And people subconsciously read that as put together. A lot of my favorite fragrances are not even expensive, okay? I've linked a few of my favorites in my LTK. But let's be honest, sometimes the issue isn't your perfume, it's your clothes. Because if your clothes smell dull, stale, or just like basic detergent, that affects the whole experience. So we've been speaking about being ready for anything, but let me talk about something that has completely changed my laundry. And y'all know that laundry is a huge part of your hygiene that a lot of people often overlook. Thank you to Laundry Sauce for partnering with me again. Look, y'all, I used to dread laundry day, but now I actually look forward to it because of my products, and I've talked to y'all about them multiple times. Now, these Laundry Sauce detergent pods, when I tell you my clothes smell like perfume and not detergent, I mean it. The fragrance is crafted by top perfumers, so it's not a cheap or overwhelming smell that you can get from some detergents. And what I love is that they're pre-measured pods. No guessing, no pouring, no mess. And the bioenzyme blend actually removes stains that I thought were permanent. And y'all know I got the little one, and she likes to slide in the grass. So we getting that out. And y'all know I keep on bringing up deodorant marks from me and Sean, and even setting sweat stains. Gone. But my secret weapon, the advanced in-wash scent boosters, and my favorite right now, the Australian sandalwood. Ooh, y'all, when I put this in my load, my clothes smell amazing for weeks. I'm talking about opening my closet and it smells like luxury. We even wash our bedding in this. And the dryer sheets, they soften everything and keep that scent going. And everything is free of parabens, phosphates, and even those harsh chemicals that we don't want sitting up on our skin. And here's why this fits perfectly into my stay ready routine. When your clothes smell incredible and stay fresh longer, you smell better without doing any extra work. Your clothes are literally a part of your personal scent profile. So if you want to elevate your laundry experience, scan the QR code on the screen or head to the link in the description and use the code BeautifulBrwnBabyDol 15. And that's to save 15% off. Trust me, once you experience this kind of laundry luxury, you won't want to go back to anything regular. Habit 5, the default look formula and the clothes share problem. One of the biggest reasons why people actually feel disheveled isn't their appearance. It's that decision fatigue. We try to do too much in the morning or whenever we have to get ready. Don't nobody have time for every morning becoming all these questions. What am I wearing? What hair? What makeup? Girl, if you don't sit down, okay? And when you're tired, your mental load can drain you before the day even starts. So I keep what I call default look formulas. Fancy, right? Mine usually includes things like simple base makeup. I make my makeup extra simple. I'm talking about a good base, right? A good primer. I love the e.l.f. one, very inexpensive. The Merit Stick, a little bit of my MAC powder. I'm also going to go in with a little bit of concealer by the Lip Bar, a little bit of blush, a little bit of twinkle, the lips, of course, and we good to go. Basic, but cute. I love a good gold jewelry moment, okay? Y'all normally only see me in golds. Golds or rose golds. I like being royal. A neutral color palette or a pop of color. I love a good pop. A soft hairstyle that always works for me. And you got to do what works for you, because I'm tired of people telling everybody what does not work just because they don't want to do it. Like, I love my 2 little buns, okay? And I will wear them until I can't, okay? I'll be sitting up here good and 70 with 2 buns. Look good on me. That's what I think, and that's what I like. But for me, any of that is a baseline identity. So when I wake up tired, I'm not building a whole look from scratch. I'm not having to create a whole new person. I'm plugging into a system that already works. And wouldn't you know it, I get compliments all day long from people that I feel like just saw me wear some of the same stuff with the same face and the same outfits, whatever. But let's talk about something that every grown woman has. The clothes chair. I ain't gonna shame you. You know the one, the chair or the workout item in your room. You know where clothes go when they're not quite dirty, but not quite put away either. Then in the morning, you're trying to dig through it thinking, did I wear this already? So now I try to do a small reset at night. Not a full outfit, at least one piece ready. Maybe the jeans, maybe the jacket, maybe the jewelry. Just one decision already made. And that small step removes a surprising amount of chaos from the morning. Habit 6, the 10-second exit check. Before I leave the house, I do something that takes about 10 seconds. Because sometimes you look fine when you first get dressed, but by the time you're walking out of the door, life has happened. Maybe the collar shifted, maybe the hair moved, maybe you hot and sweaty, perimenopausal or menopausal, or just living. Maybe there's something on your sweater that you didn't notice. So right before I leave, I do a quick scan. Hairline, neckline, shoulders, under the eyes, and that posture. And then I fix one small thing, which usually for me is toting around my little small portable fan. Baby, sometimes sis be hot, okay? And I be needing to cool it off. But sometimes maybe I'm tucking or straightening out my shirt. Maybe I smooth my hair down a little bit, add a little bit more edge control so we can control and stay in control. Maybe a little bit of lip balm because we can get ashy. Wipe a little mascara smudge. Add a little Vaseline to in between them fingers because you know, don't act brand new. I don't care if you white, okay, black, Indian, Asian, whoever. If you say you don't get ashy, I dare you to look real closely in between them fingers. And sometimes I got to straighten out my jacket. And some of us be wearing glasses that either too big or too small. Straighten them out. You don't want to leave like with the glasses up and hot. I'm a glasses wearer. I get it. And sometimes it's literally just standing up a little bit taller. I'm working on this myself again. Because most people are not seeing you for 10 minutes. They're seeing you for 5 seconds. And those last adjustments, they can completely change the impression that you leave. Habit 7, calm is my real luxury. Now, this one might surprise you just a little bit because looking put together is not just visual, it's energetic. How you move, how you carry yourself, how you respond to things. You can have the perfect outfit on, sis, but if you're rushing, frantic, or visibly stressed, people feel that energy immediately. But calm reads as composed. Calm reads as intentional. Calm reads as luxury. So even when I'm tired, I try to move with a bit more intention. Slow my movements. Pause before responding. Take a breath instead of rushing. Because composed women always look more put together than frantic women. And we know we all have those moments. No shame in that. And sometimes the most polished person in the room is the one who decided not to rush. And that's why some of these old raggedy young men, and I hate to say it like that, but because they don't have to worry about nothing, some of them, they just be looking just as refreshed as they can look. And some of us as women look very frantic because we're trying to handle everything. You might need to change your energy, okay, and who you're giving it to. And just a quick bonus, okay? Y'all know I love hygiene and I tried my best not to over incorporate it into this video, but always take the best care, the basic care of your hygiene, even when you're not feeling well, even when you're tired, even when you're feeling under the weather. Make sure you're drinking your water, okay? Making sure you're taking care of your skin. Basically, wash your face, brush your teeth, do even the small things that make you feel more put together, even in a depressive state. These are the types of things that help you to still look polished, even when it's not a whole lot, okay? I've even found on days when I don't feel like doing makeup, and I'm not a full face makeup type of girl. My makeup takes like 10 to 15 minutes, no lie. But even on the days when I don't feel like it, even just a little bit of lip balm with some lip liner, a little bit of blush, a little bit of something in the corners of my eye to brighten up my face, maybe a little concealer under the eyes just in case I got some eye bags. Those types of things keep me looking good, okay? A good quick shower, keeping my behind clean, even if I'm not feeling very good, baby, all of those things add together to help me feel better about myself, make me feel more comfortable around other people. Because notice I said myself first. I have to be able to be okay with me, and you have to be okay with being with you, but then also taking that out into the world. You are your branding. You are who you are. People will remember you by your fruit. So just make sure you do the small things that even just keep you on autopilot. You'll definitely feel better for it, and you look better too. So those are the 7 habits that keep me looking put together. Plus a bonus for y'all, and that's even when I'm tired. Not perfection, not glam every single day, certainly not over here. Just small systems that make life easier. Because the goal isn't to wake up flawless. It's to build habits that carry you when your energy is low. If this video resonated with you, drop this in the comments for me. High maintenance on purpose, because that's really the secret. Not doing the most, just doing the right things consistently. If you love this video, you'll probably love my other videos about hygiene habits that keep our hormones happy. I'll make sure that those are linked right here in the video. All right, y'all, make sure that you comment, share this video with someone who can use it, and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Dr. Nina signing out. Peace.